Well, it was 5 events on the program here at Cannon Park today. It was some great racing action to be seen. And Trevor Rowe and Emily Cass, they've done it again. Let's have a look at the 5 races from Cannon Park today.
Lights on and they're ready to go. Off and racing, and Give Me Time has missed it. Sandbar Jack, Larger Netta. They're away reasonably well, and getting up on the inside, Effigy Bell. So Effigy Bell is going to lead. Give Me Time has missed it, and probably about 10 lengths away is last of all. Here it's Effigy Bell from No Biting, Larger Netta. Sapadilla's getting up on the inside to be 4th, Sandbar Jack 5th. Making headlines is 6th behind them. Then 4 Reels, and making up a little bit of ground after that tardy beginning was Give Me Time. Emily Cass comes around the home corner with Effigy Bell, just wanted to hang a little. No Biting into second place. Larger Netta right down the extreme outside. The rail's out quite a bit, so they're using a fair bit of the track. But little Emily Cass, she's having a confident look at it at the moment. It's about 1.5 lengths to 2 lengths clear, and it's going to hang on here. It's going to go very well, Effigy Bell. Won easily, in fact, from No Biting and Larger Netta. Sapadilla was 4th, and they were followed then by Sandbar Jack. Back behind them then making headlines. 4's Real, and Give Me Time was always at the rear. So pretty easy win here, Effigy Bell, and this continues the terrific run of success for Emily Cass. She is riding in tremendous form. That's what the one. So numbers nothing, nothing and nothing. Nothing, nothing and nothing. Nothing in the screen at the moment. It'll be 3, Give Me Time, I can guarantee you that. 38651. Effigy Bell for Emily Cass. Trevor Rowe. Baker, G. Herney, L. Bath, S. O'Brien, K. Kelly, S. Anderson, B. Smart, A. Seraphin. Gee, we've got the whole Seagulls footy team in this. Mrs. K. Fittick, S. B. Fittick, R. C. Goodwin, J. Bright, S. Rasso, G. Smith and Mrs. M. J. Seraphin. Trained by Trevor Rowe at Cairns and ridden by Emily Cass, who's come up from the Gold Coast to help out Trevor. Who's got a shortage of jockeys at the moment with 2 of his leading riders injured. Emily's come up and rode 2 winners at her first, 2 winners and a second at Innisfail last week, including one of the feature events, the Johnson River Handicap for Trevor Rowe. On the first race here today, as she did in Innisfail when she won the first race there. Could be a good day for Trevor and Emily. We're down the mounting yard for presentation shortly when we get the correct weight or otherwise on race number 1. Lights on. Set to go now. All in. Lights on. The starter has them for race 2. Frenchenko out wide. Off. And a pretty good dispatch. I'm Rebellious. And down on the inside, a hot one. And now Frenchenko starting to lengthen stride up on the outside. So a hot one will hold the fence, and Frenchenko goes up on the outside. Sailor Fee into a good spot. 3rd, Humpty Bumpty's there on the fence. 4th. Now being passed by Little Miss Singh. They were followed by I'm Rebellious, and Coronation Journey is last of all. Field of 7 come toward the home corner. They've got 440 to go. And Frenchenka out wide on the track, maybe just in front here. On the inside, a Hot One. They corner together. In the middle of the track, Sailor Fee and Little Miss Sing being pulled to the outside and given a couple of cracks of the whip by Emily Cass. Halfway down the straight, Frenchenka in front. On the inside, a Hot One fights back. And a Hot One may have put its nose back in front. Frenchenka got to the lead again. Frenchenka in front, a Hot One trying, but Frenchenka too good from a Hot One. Maybe Sailor Fee third, and they were followed by I'm Rebellious and Coronation Journey finished it off well. And back behind them was Little Miss Sing, and Humpty Bumpty was last one to greet the judge. Frenchenka, ridden by Kirkstone, has been able to practically got ahead of it again halfway down the straight, but kicked back and has been able to hold a Hot One. And as they run to the line, Frenchenka for Rhonda Ingles. By Danachenka from French Encounter, trained by Rhonda Inglis at Gordonvale and ridden by Kirkstone. Number 1, Frenchenka. Number 7, a Hot One for Dean Piccolo and Norbignardi. So Gordonvale trained runners have run first and second. Is raced by DF Piccolo and MJ Piccolo. Change in the weather. Out of Prend. And we'll await for the other numbers to come to hand here. Frenchenka and Kirkstone just holding on. Three, Sailor Fee will be third for Manabu Kai. Number 2, I'm Rebellious is fourth. And number 4, Coronation Journey finished it off well. Colin Lennon has finished in 5th place. 3/4 of a length, the winning margin. A length between second and third. And the numbers are 173. 3/4 by a length. And we'll have correct weather otherwise shortly. And we're down the mounting yard for presentations on the Redland Central Maiden Plate. Race number 2 on the program here this afternoon. 55.17 the time. 55.17 was the time for race number 2 here, the Redland Central. So I'll just repeat those numbers. And it's 17324. 55.17 the time. 3/4 the winning margin. And a length between second and third, 55.17. One 732. Obviously everything's all right, it's gone in, so the field is set, ready to go. Lights on, set to go. Racing, turn up the volume, began nicely down on the inside and going away fast is Mini Street. Riley Saga's a little bit wide there and getting up on the inside, Wicked Crime to be about fourth in Regal Roth. Round the outside goes Craigley Wandu in a hurry. And they were followed back behind them then was Next Dragon, and Craigley Altice is last of all. They come off the back onto the side of the track and toward the 800 metre mark, and over the crossing they'll go. and it's turned up the volume by about 3/4 of a length here. Mini Street the outside. There are a couple in front now of Wicked Crime, and they were followed then, starting to move forward, by Craigley Wandoo. A half length away then would have been Riley Saga, moving up on the outside of Regal Roth. Nick's Dragons well back behind them, and so too Craigley Old Tease as they come to the home corner. 440 to go, approaching the bend. Mini Street wide on the track. On the inside, turn up the volume. Hasn't let it go yet, Emily Cass. Now goes for it. It's about 3/4 to Mini Street. Wicked Crime's trying hard up on the inside, and Craigley Wandoo, and right down the outside Riley Saga. They're right across the track. Wicked Crime on the inside, out wide Craigley Wandoo. Kerry Rocket hit the front, and Craigley Wandoo got up and beat Wicked Crime. Riley Saga third, turn up the volume fourth, and Nick's Dragon made up some ground to be fifth. They were followed by Craigley Old Tease. Mini Street dropped out of it, and Regal Roth the last one in. Craigley Wandoo, the top weight, ridden by Kerry Rocket, swept down the outside. Wicked Crime stuck on the fence for Colin Lennon. They had a battle royal down the straight. And out wide on the track, number one, Craigley Wandoo for Kerry Rocket, just a bit too strong over the concluding stages. And has beaten Wicked Crime for Ray Long and Colin Lennon as they hit the line, and out wide Craigley Wandoo just drawing clear in the concluding stages. Number one, Craigley Wandoo, ridden by Kay Kerry, the Rockstar Rocket. Second will go to number two, Wicked Crime, Ray Long and Colin Lennon. And third goes to number seven, which was Riley's Saga, written by Shoei Kaya for Bones Bailey. 127, number 3 is officially fourth. Turn up the volume. And number 8 was fifth. So it's 1, 2, 7, 3, 8. A length and a quarter by a length and a quarter. Must be an echo in here. 112.20. Length and a quarter by a length and a quarter. 112.20 the time. 127, 3 and 8. Down in the mounting yard for a presentation shortly after race number 3 today. Weight's been posted now. Correct weight on 1, 2, 7 and 3. Length and a quarter by length and a quarter. Duke of Cambridge goes into line. They're all set to go now. Glaurung a little fidgety. Settles again. Lights on. Glaurung's up again. A couple of times it's reared high here. It won't settle in the gates. It's up again. An attendant moves in with it. That might quieten it down a bit. They're ready. Set now, 12:50 the journey. They're off, and a perfect start. Absolutely one perfect line. Glaurung and Katter away quickly and round the corners, up in a hurry, but Glaurung wants the lead and is going to take it. In second placing round the corner, They were followed by Duke of Cambridge and Baz's Bids going through between them. Back behind them, Catter after a good beginning, just drifting back. Going around it, Alexander Parade. Catter back to third last. Second last is Army of One, and God's Reward whips them in. Up to the 800 metre mark, Glaurung held together, led by a length and a half. To round the corner, and Catter getting up on the inside. Baz's Bid rather getting up on the inside. They were followed next by Alexander Parade and then Duke of Cambridge, Catter, and a half length away just back behind them then would have been Army of One, and God's Reward is last of all. Still Glaurung the leader. Duke of Cambridge is on a big run wide around the outside, and coming with it is Alexander Parade, who's going to be really wide on the home corner. Meanwhile, round the corner slip through. Duke of Cambridge hit the front halfway down the straight with round the corner. They go together. Army of One starting the charge. Duke of Cambridge tackle on all angles. Down on the inside round the corner and out wide. Here is Army of One. Army of One grabbed the lead. Duke of Cambridge fights on, but Army of One got home and beat Duke of Cambridge. Tight for third. Round the corner, or God's Reward from last. Then Baz's Bid, Catter. Back behind them then came Alexander Parade, and Glaurung has finished the last one over the line. Great finish here. Army of One, Shawikaya. On the outside has done best. Right on the wire, number 5. Army of One. Ridden by Shawikaya. For the Good, the Bad and the Ugly Syndicate. R.T. Franson, Ross Franson at Cairns, Shawikaya the rider. A great duel with Duke of Cambridge, who has run a terrific race. And it'll get second, the 4, and round the corner, Kerry Rocket will be third. Number 9 is 4th, and that's God's Reward. And number 8, Baz's Bid, is 5th, and I'll get 6th for the stewards. It's 5, 4, 2, 9, 8, and we need a 6th number, which we're just about to get for the stewards. Number 3. So the first 6 across the line: 5, 4, 2, 9, 8, and 3. 3/4 of a length, the winning margin, and the time. A length and a half separated second and third. 1:13.05 the time. 1:13.05. Thank you. 5, 4, 2, 9, 8, 3. That's the first 6 across the line. 5, 4, 2, 9, 8, 3. 3/4 of a length and a half between second and third, and 1:13.05 was the time. Well, that was a great race, a good finish. And Army of One, Ross Franson's doing a terrific job with Army of One, and there's a good run here at Cairns a couple of weeks ago behind Settlers Way. Finished down the track at Gordonvale, but bounced back here today. Army of One. We're down the mounting yard for presentation shortly. All in. Locked away and set to go. Final event in the program. Australasian Point of Sale Solutions. It's a benchmark 70, 1600 the journey. The lights on, the starter has them. And the gates fly back and they're off and racing, and Cashed Up Bully and Nari Nelson won the start. And loping along toward the lead here and coming out wide is Adapted toward the lead too as they come into that first bend and head into the back straight at the 1400 metre mark. And Adapted moved up on the outside of Cashed Up Bully, and those two go together at a nice little clip about a couple of lengths in front. of Pemberton, and they were followed by Blue Axis. Camera settles a little bit wide, and last of all is Idle Situation, 2 away at the rear. They go down the back here and they go toward the 1,000 metre mark. Onto that bend they swing now, and the leader on the outside is Adapted, and down on the inside is Cashed Up Bully. They go together a couple of lengths to the good of Blue Axis. Pemberton moved up on the outside, a couple away to Camera. Emily Cass has given this a nice run and settled it well into the event, and a couple away last of all is Idle Situation. They come up to the 600 metre mark. Cashed Up Bully down on the inside, about a neck in front. Up on the outside at the moment is Adapted. Now Camera. Emily Cass has made a lightning move. Trying to go with it is Pemberton, and he pushes it a little bit deep on the track, but it's Camera. Has gone a bit early here, Emily Cass, as they come to the bend. Camera straightens up, 3 or 4 in front. Can Camera keep going? The crowd roar. Cashed Up Bully down on the inside. Pemberton is next, then Blue Axis, followed by Idle Situation, and last of all is Adapted, but it's Camera. Emily Cass, she's sitting as quiet as a church mouse. She's roaring the favourite home, and Camera's going to bolt in. Camera, to the roars of the crowd, goes to the line from Idle Situation. Then Blue Axis, followed by Pemberton, Cashed Up Bully, and the last one to greet the judge was Adapted. And the locals were cheering that from the 600 when she took off. And that was a winning move by Emily Cass. Took off about 600 to go. Rounded the field, and she was a length in front on the bend, very wide. But, gee, the big fellow who has romped in. Camera. The big 6-year-old gelding by Testarossa from Alluring Song. I'll be singing the praises of Emily Cass tonight. What a great ride, and that's another double for Emily Cass. She rode a double at her very first appearance in Far North Queensland at Innisfail last week, and she's done it again today. Camera for Helen Rowe, P. Moore, D. Moore, Helen Moore, K. Millett, W.J. Millett, Kelly Harrison, L. Kempen, D. Robertson, E. Bedwell, D. Fulcher, S. Marsh, Q. Brewer, Miss J. Singleton, T. McDowell, G. Avakoff, and J. Ueli, trained by Trevor Rowe and ridden by Emily Cass. 2, 1, 3, 4 and 7. 2, 1, 3, 4, 7. And it's 4 lengths the winning margin. 2, 1, 3, 4, 7. 4 lengths the winning margin. A length between second and third, and it's 1:35.67 for the benchmark 1600 metres. And what a win, Emily Cass, and that's another double for her. Her first appearance last week in Far North Queensland. She's only been riding for about 3 months, and she absolutely loves it up here. 1 1/4, is it? It's 444 lengths by... That's what it's got up there. 4 lengths by length. Four. And give her a big round of applause here. This is not the easiest horse. As you see, she had trouble getting on out on the track. And though Emily Cass, her second double in Far North Queensland, she rode a double in the bush before getting to Innisfail last week. A big round of applause, Camera and Emily Cass. So she is riding the crest of a wave, young Emily. She's only been riding for 3 months. And that's her third double and her second double in 2 weeks in Far North Queensland. She's only been here 2 weeks. You can check out her story on Sunday afternoon. I'll be putting a story about Emily up onto the website blueynose.com. So BLUEYKNOWS.com, blueynose.com. We'll have a story about Emily Cass on that web page on Sunday afternoon. All right, we're down to the mounting yard for presentation shortly.
Well, that big grey winning the last event, that bookended the program for Trevor Rowe, the trainer, and Emily Cass, the rider, both having a double here at Cannon Park today. Emily and Trevor winning the first with Effigy Bella, as you saw, and the big grey thrilling the crowd, winning the last event, Camera. Well, that wraps up the races today at Cannon Park. We'll see you back here on Melbourne Cup Day for another great racing program of live horse racing action at Cannon Park, thanks to the Cairns Jockey Club.